Good evening, parents. This is Mr. Archibald. I'm going to walk you through what you and your child should expect in Accelerated English 2. Just so you know, I also teach Senior English. I am the Peer Counseling Advisor, which is a new program we started this year, and I am the Senior Project Coordinator. I've been doing that for the last 10 or so years. I graduated from Bonita back in 1997, so I am a Bearcat as well, along with your children. I went to the University of Laverne after that, where I got my bachelor's degree in English, and then I pursued a master's degree in education after that. I'm currently married. My wife's name is Kimberly. We've been married for now 8 years. I have a 5-year-old son. His name is Keaton. He is a giant ball of energy. He's often the screams that are probably heard in the background at my house are him. And we have an almost 18-month-old daughter named Kennedy. She turns 18 months on my birthday. Anyway, she's in her gooing and gawing and happy baby talking stage. So it's been quite fun to be around her a lot lately, getting to spend that time with her as well. I've been teaching for 17 years, and this is my 10th year as the Senior PACE Coordinator. So, yeah. Moving on. What do we study in this class? So in Accelerated English 2, we cover some novels. Being an accelerated class, we read almost twice as many novels as the regular classes do. We already covered Lord of the Flies over the summer, which I know there was the whole problem with getting out our assignment, and so hopefully we are moving past that, and we'll be getting done with it soon. But we'll start discussing that in class actually this week. We'll move on to Big Fish by Daniel Wallace after that, which is a fun story about sort of the family story, I guess. The Alchemist, which is an interesting story about sort of discovering the gems inside of you and the things inside of you that are already there. Anthem, which is a story. It's a very interesting story written without the word I in it, and it's a post-apocalyptic world where the society doesn't know the word I anymore. They just know the word we, which is very interesting because of it. The next book after that would be Night by Elie Wiesel, which is a Holocaust remembrance story. He actually is a Holocaust survivor. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, which is a classic. I bet many of the parents have read that one as well. And then Othello by William Shakespeare is usually where we end our year up, where we're doing a little acting, having a little bit of fun. The other main thing that I do for you guys, in a lot of other schools, this class is called Pre-AP. And so that's part of my job, is to prepare you for AP. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that as well as the SAT, ACT, et cetera, et cetera. So there will be lots of vocab here. We'll do some timed writings. We'll do some AP style questioning, all sorts of stuff like that. To get them prepped for the next 2 years of AP classes. I assign homework almost every day. A lot of it is in the form of reading. There's going to be homework this year just because it spills over from class time. I realize the irony of the fact that I say homework like there is a place that they're coming to do work that isn't homework. Everything's homework at this point. I understand that. But yeah, I guess when I say homework, I'm saying time to do work when I'm not around is ultimately what it means at this point. Because yeah, we're just in a weird situation. Late work, I don't accept late work for accelerated classes. Obviously things come up if the internet's not working, if other stuff's going on. I know, I get it, I understand, and the way things are right now, it's even worse than it's been. So I try not to take the late work. But obviously if there's real legitimate circumstances, then I'm going to accommodate, anybody for that. I don't want anybody to have any added stress on what is already a very stressful time for us all, me included. So, I don't want to cause added stress. I want them to turn it in on time because that's the point of it. But if something happens, just let me know. I will work with you, your son, daughter, et cetera, et cetera. Absences, just basically the real thing is to check for Canvas on this. Everything's going on Canvas this year. Nothing's going on Google Classroom. Nothing's going anywhere else, basically. It's all going to be on Canvas. So if there's an assignment given or there's work to be done, that's where it's going to be. if you miss a class, you miss 2 or 3 days worth of school for whatever reason, or more, I will give you the same amount of time basically to get that work done. So for the students, that's, I gave you were out 3 days. Okay, I'll give you 3 days to kind of get this work done. Or sometimes they'll say, yeah, just get it done over the weekend. I'll give them a couple extra days. So I try to work with students as best I can to make sure that they're successful and I'm still getting the work I need and all that. So the work that's assigned at least a week ahead of time is going to be due on that day regardless. One of the things that maybe snuck up on students is that email kind of killed that for you. You can't just be absent on a day that something's due anymore because it can still be turned in even if you're not there. And so that's kind of, email has sort of killed that off for many of our students, whether they realized it or not. But that's with assignments that are, they know about a while ahead of time. They're still going to be due. It's not just going to be, I'm sick, I can't turn it in. No, that's not how we work these days anymore. Sorry, guys. Grading for this class, it is a total points. I usually don't really round. I do have it broken up into 4 categories if you've seen the syllabus, but they're unweighted categories. There's no real weight to those. Those are more for me, so I know if I've done enough discussion, I've not done enough writing, I've done enough, et cetera, et cetera. So that's really what it is. The grading scale is a typical 10-point grading scale. Grades are online pretty much all the time. Hopefully by the time you get this, I will have updated the grades and got them up there. I plan to do that approximately every 2 weeks. Dark hours are something they wanted us to talk to parents about as well as our students. I've already talked to the students about it, but it's just basically to help teachers have a better work-life balance. And it essentially is if a student asks us a question in email, they send us a question through Remind or a text or something like that, a text through Remind, we are not required to answer them after 3 p.m. on any work day. And that's just meant to give teachers off time, really, because we were getting them at all hours of the day. Okay, and so it's really more than anything that. We will respond to you. It'll probably just not be till the next school day, basically. The best way to contact me is email, and I have the wrong email on here. This should not say email in the middle. It should say a.archibald@bonita.k12.ca.us. Or you can call the school and leave me a message that way. I'm not on campus all the time, so I don't always get the messages. Email is going to definitely be the better way to go. And then last couple things, extra help. If they need extra help in class for anything, your son or daughter needs to even ask a question. That differentiated instruction time is the time. And that 1:20 to 2:15 time period is the time to really do that. It's on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, just not on Wednesdays. I always offer them to stay after class for a minute or two if they need to. We can always do it that way as well. This has seniors on it, but I also have an open 7th. If we do get back on campus, that'll be a time that students can see me before school, break, lunch, all those times if we are actually on campus. Last one is what you can do to help as a parent. Monitor your son or daughter for help, or for what the help that they need, what grades they have, etc. Confer with me when necessary. If something's going on that I need to know about, and that's why they're not doing work or whatever, let me know, and I will work with your son or daughter. I can't do it if I don't know. Help as best you can, and thank you for coming this evening.